Okay, now we see the temperature coefficient of resistors. Temperature coefficient of resistors. If temperature increases, if temperature of a conductor or of a wire is increases, then collision probability increases because the velocity of the electron increases, energy of the kinetic energy of the electron increases, so collision probability increases, so resistance actually increases. And that resistance, suppose at 0 degree temperature, 0 degree centigrade, resistance is R0. At any temperature T, resistance is RT. It is said that this change of resistance, that RT minus R0 is proportional to the initial resistance R0, is proportional to the temperature difference T. If we take this togetherly, we get RT minus R0 proportional to R0T, and if we give here a equal sign, then we get that equals to some constant alpha R0T. That alpha is called the temperature coefficient of resistance. This is the expression of the resistance. How resistance vary with the temperature difference. This is the expression. So we get the RT equals to R0 into 1 plus alpha. This expression is only for the ohmic conductor, ohmic things, ohmic material. For non-ohmic material such as for semiconductor, there if temperature increases, current is not decreases, resistance is not increases there. There actually you can see that we will see at that chapter in semiconductor, we will see that there if temperature increases, that current also increases, resistance decreases. But in case of Ohm's law, if temperature increases, the collision probability increases because the kinetic energy of the electron increases, so resistance increases, and the expression of that resistance, that is how resistance vary with the temperature, is given here. Now again, as we already read in for the capacitor, here we see the how resistance, we can get the equivalent resistance for series connection and the parallel connection. We already know that is for series connection. What is for the series connection? Suppose there is a resistance R. We take a 3R, that is R1, R2, R3. Now if we connect this with the battery, V, the current is I. So here potential difference is V1, here potential difference is V2, and here that is against R3, potential difference is V3. So you know V1 plus V2 plus V3 equals to V. Now if we replace these three resistance with a single resistance for which the current will be the same, so the same potential difference, if the current will be the same, then this R is called the equivalent resistance of the three resistances R1, R2 and R3. Now see V1 plus V2 plus V3. What will V1? According to Ohm's law, V1 means IR1 because current through these three resistances are same. See, current is same to the three resistances. So IR1 plus IR2 plus IR3 equals to IR. According to this circuit diagram, V equals to IR. So if we take I common, we get R1 plus R2 plus R3 equals to R. This is R equivalent. So we get R equivalent equals to R1 plus R2 plus R3. This for the three resistances. If we take a lot of, we can take a n number of resistances or many other resistances. For that, we can write R1 plus R2 plus R3 plus R and so on. This is the equivalent resistance for series combination of resistances. Now we want to see that the parallel for the parallel combination. Now see, for the parallel combination, again we take three resistances. And we connect a battery. Current is I. R1, R2, R3. In case of parallel connection, you can see that the potential difference against R1, R2 and R3 is same, and that is equal to the V, the source voltage or cell potential. But the current through these resistances are different, that is I1, I2 and I3. Again, if we replace this through a resistance for which the battery is same, so potential difference is same and current is same, then this R is called the equivalent resistance. Understood? Okay, now see, potential difference to R1 is I1 R1, I2 R2 to R2, to R3 the potential difference is I3 R3, and all are same with the V. So I1 equals to V by R1, I2 equals to we get V by R2, I3 equals to we get V by R3. Now if we summing up these three currents, I1 plus I2 plus I3, we get the total current I. So V by R1 plus V by R2 plus V by R3 equals, we can write V as I by V by R equivalent for that circuit. So we get 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2 plus 1 by R3 equals to 1 by R equivalent. This is the equivalent expression. This is the expression of equivalent resistance for the parallel combination. And again, if we take a number of resistances, we can get R1 plus R2 plus 1 by R3 plus dot dot equals to 1 by R equivalent. This is for number of resistances. Suppose if we take the n number of resistance or more than 3 or 4, n. This is the equivalent resistance for the parallel combination. Now, we want to see a very interesting and important thing, that is cell. Cell. We have already actually read about the cell in class 9, 10 or maybe the 7 or 8 about cell, battery. The symbol of cell is like this. This positive terminal, this negative terminal, isn't it? The electric energy, total electric energy at this condition, that is in open condition, the potential difference you can say between that positive plate and the negative plate, positive point and the negative point, positive part and the negative part of the cell at the open condition is called EMF. At that point, the potential difference between the 2 points is called EMF, electromotive force, for which the electric current pass. If we connect these two points through a wire, we can see the current flow. This is called the EMF. Now, if we connect these two terminals of the battery through a wire, we can see current flow through the wire, and there is some resistance. Suppose at that position, at that time, the potential difference between these 2 points is called the potential difference, Pg, and it is denoted by V. Now see, it is a load resistance, suppose R. So V equals to what? IR. If I current is flow, V equals to IR. And EMF, E equals to what then? EMF equals to that potential difference at that time at the closing time. Potential difference of that part plus potential difference through the cell. If there is an internal resistance, so there is a potential drop inside the cell. If there is a internal resistance inside the cell, so there is a potential difference, potential loss, that is called potential loss inside the cell, and that is called, suppose that is I into small r. This small r is the internal resistance of the cell. This is the expression of EMF with the EMF and the potential difference and the internal resistance. Now if we put here V equals to IR, so we can get the I as E by R plus R. So this is the expression of EMF with the potential difference, this is the expression of current with the EMF only.